range that looks like something on another planet. I say, love that. Just fun. Class project. Due tomorrow. Then get back to it, Mr. Last minute. Standing happily and slightly drunk in my kitchen, I'm unaware that tonight is the end of all this. The end of everything I know, everything I love. No one tells you it's all about the change to be taken away. There's no proximity alert, no indication that you're standing on the precipice, and maybe that's what makes tragedy so tragic. Not just what happens, but how it happens. A sucker punch that comes at you out of nowhere when you're least expecting it. No time to flinch or brace. The track lights shine on the surface of my wine, and the onion is beginning to sting my eyes. Thelonious Monk spins on turnable in the den. There's a richness to the analog recording I can never get enough of, especially the crackle of static between tracks. The den is filled with stacks and stacks of rare vinyl that I keep telling myself I will get around to organizing one of these days. My wife, Daniela, sits on the kitchen island, swirling her almost empty wine glass in one hand and holding her phone in the other. She feels my stare and grins without looking up from the screen. I know, she says, I'm violating the cardinal rule of family night. What's so important, I ask. She levels her dark Spanish eyes on mine. Nothing. I walk over to her, take the food gently out of her hand, and set it on the countertop. You could start the pasta, I say. I prefer to watch you cook. Yeah, quieter. Turns you on, huh? No, it's just more fun to drink and do nothing. Her breath is wine sweet, and she has one of those smiles that seem articularly impossible. It still slays me. I polish off my glass. We should open more wine, right? It would be stupid not to. As I liberate the cork from the new bottle, she picks her phone back up and shows me the screen. I was reading Chicago Magazine's review of Marsha Altman's show. Were they kind? Yeah, it's basically a love letter. Good for her. I always thought she lets the sentence die, but I know where it was headed. 15 years ago, before we met, Daniela was a comer to Chicago's art scene. She had a studio back in Bucktown, showed her work in a half dozen galleries, and had things lined up for her solo exhibition in New York. Then came life, me, Charlie, a bout of crippling postpartum depression, derailment. Now I would